Welcome back to the first episode of September. This episode, I'm going to be going through some more tapes, more than usual. Some of these episodes just happen to be that way. Some of them are one tape, some of them are two. This one turns out to be like around 5, and that's just because sometimes nobody lands anything. Sometimes there just really isn't that much on these tapes. On this one, it's a combination of a lot of funny stuff with Omar, and Omar just being Omar, and Leo and Shiloh. Hope y'all enjoy. Let's get started. So first is this kinked rail. I think it's in San Francisco, I'm not sure. Leo did these tricks so easy. On the tape, these tricks come in one after the other after the other. No matter how much you skate with Leo and you knew how good he was at rails, it was still really entertaining to watch how easy he could skate rails. He did this trick a bunch of times and I was able to move around and get a whole bunch of different angles, which is always great for the filmer. So this school was famous for its rail that a lot of people had tricks on. Leo was trying to trick, Stefan was trying to trick. Nothing really happened this day except Omar being super funny and being Omar. I'm just gonna let this play, let you watch it, have fun and enjoy.
Just gotta give him a little bit of, in the pan, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give him a little powder. Let him know who the man is, you know what I'm saying? That's just an animal. You understand what I say?
Oh, and by the way, Liam was not Omar's dog. Liam was Stefan's dog, but Omar loved Liam like his own dog, so he's pretending here that it's his dog.
Just kidding. He's my friend. He's sick, huh? He does whatever I tell him to do, huh? Yeah. Liam, you understand? You go back to your circle. Go back to your circle right mother. Get mother. Kick your ass. Come here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You. Me. You understand? My dog right there.
So Omar did this thing where he'd ask you to follow him, and it was super difficult because Omar was like really sporadic and you had no clue where he was going. I remember this day he asked Stefan to follow him, and then it turned into a game of chicken, and then it turned into Stefan tripping him up and knocking him down. These two were really like brothers, and like brothers they loved each other and they hated each other at times. Now we're back at these light rail ledges in Sacramento. Shiloh's trying to get this line. He tried maybe a couple episodes back. This kid was like a little gangster.
Who is he though? Do you know his name?
Nope,
A gangster in training.
but I got one for him.
What?
Ass white.
Tell these guys where you're from.
El Salvador.
Yeah.
Scrap killer. 503.
How old are you?
9.
How old?
9.
How old?
9.
How old?
9.
Shiloh didn't get the line that day. And so now we're back in San Francisco, and nothing really happens here. Like, no one got a clip. But I like to keep these sessions in these episodes because whenever someone's being themselves on camera, it was always just very fun to film, and Omar was that person. So Omar was always being himself, and he's easy to keep the camera on. So more Omar.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Tell me your pep talk for Stefan.
I just told him that he's just gotta do it, because the only way to do it, you know what I'm saying, is just gotta understand that it's just a skateboard and you gotta... I feel like somebody's stupid right now, you know, I'm not even gonna say who it is. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Booyah, you know what I mean? What street is this?
42nd.
42nd. Yeah.
I see you got such a crazy.
Why you gotta like?
Look at the
fucking
other side.
sucks. So what?
Look
God damn it, dude. What? Hey, actually get that in there.
That sound compared to the other one.
Leave me alone. What are you looking at? Get away from me. Ah. My leg hurts. You understand? Bet you could. You gotta make fun of me? Damn, your knee looks fucked up. It's crazy, huh? Yeah, stop looking at my...
First time I ever met Omar was when he was on Foundation, and Daniel Shimizu and I drove up to Sacramento, and we stayed with Omar at his house. I think for some reason we thought that he might have like had his own place or something, but we show up, and he lives with his parents. And he's like, yeah, you guys can just stay here on my floor. And so Daniel and I didn't really have a choice, so we just stayed on Omar's floor. And I think at the time he was on crutches, like he had knee surgery, and he was this ball of energy on crutches. He was like just as fast as we were, like on skateboards. It was so funny. And that's the whole deal with Omar and this funny little like knee wrap he had made himself.
Did you make that little thing?
No, I bought it at the store.
What is it?
It's a heat pad. It's stupid. It doesn't work. But I put it on anyway because I think it might work.
Looks like a bunch of maxi pads.
And I bought these sugar tablets
good.
that like are supposed to tell you that you're like if you have pain. You take these sugar tablets.
Yes!
Shut up. You know what I'm talking about? Get out of my... What?
Is that a fake laugh?
That was real. Actually.
He's not gonna like us whenever he does it.
If I noticed the skater landed a trick sketchy in a line, whether it was the first trick, the second trick, whatever trick, and we had a good relationship, I would just say right away, like, you're not gonna like it, or like, stop.
Come on, keep going.
And it was only because if you finish the whole line and you get the last trick, and the last trick's usually the hard trick, and you're not happy with the middle trick, then you're gonna have to redo the whole line anyways. So stop, reset, try again.
Not gonna like it.
So we're back here again at the Atwater Ladies, and that is because on my VX1000, that was my main fisheye camera. I usually only use it for fisheye. So that would mean that that camera and those tapes in that camera would get logged less. Sometimes in my logbook, I'll go 2 or 3 pages without ever logging a VX1000 tape. So on this line, for instance, I thought Leo did the best line, or like the best one in last episode. Turns out he does a better line. It was on a different tape, and that's why we're watching it again. This was the line that was actually in First Love.
That was it.
This is another example, this frontside grind to out of the transition. I shot this on a VX2000 and it was in last episode, but since it's on a VX1000, it didn't get logged as consistently. So here it is again, different angle, different camera. This split screen isn't me being creative or me wanting to try something new. It's just a representation of Shiloh tried this on like 3 separate tapes. So I put in 3 separate tapes of Shiloh trying a very similar line. So you could see that we spent a lot of time there.
Is that Hell Rose?
Holy shit. You alright?
Now we're at this bank to window ride, and I remember watching a 9 Club recently with Jamie Thomas talking about how he window rode this window and he breaks it. And I remember seeing that. And I know if I just did some simple math here, I would figure out who window rode it first. But either way, Charlie did this trick twice and he didn't break the glass. So that's good. Mainly the only way I could like put the camera in Leo's face and he wouldn't, you know, get out of the way is if I shook it around or I was like kind of like making fun of myself filming him, then he'd like let me leave the camera on him. I can remember when I'd find spots, like how excited I was to take the skater there, because if you had spots, then you usually were gonna get clips. I remember finding these 2 sets of stairs really quick right in a row, and I think Leo might have been the first person to skate them. I'm not sure, but I was super psyched on this spot. And now we're back in Sacramento. This is the Hangar. It was a fun place to skate, fun place to warm up.
Who called that one? Hey, I called it. I called that shit, dog. That's my son right there, dude. My illegitimate son.
You can hear Joe Brooks say, "That's my illegitimate son right there." Everyone loved Omar. Omar is so funny. He's like pretend crying right here, and so he would fall, and then he'd just start pretend crying. And it is so funny because this is Omar. Like, this is so Omar. And that wraps up the first episode of September. Hope everyone enjoyed. I will see y'all back here in a couple weeks for the second episode of September. Have a good one.
Booyah. You know what I mean?